Ildar Dadin, a prominent Russian opposition activist, has been killed while fighting for Ukraine in the ongoing war with Russia. Dadin, who had long been an outspoken critic of the Russian government, joined the Freedom of Russia Legion, a battalion of Russian volunteers supporting Ukraine. He was killed in action in the Kharkiv region, according to reports from the group that recruited him. The details remain unclear as the military operation continues, but his death has been confirmed by those present during the battle. Dadin was well known for his peaceful protests against the Russian government, especially during the period when political repression was tightening under Vladimir Putin's regime. He became the first person prosecuted under a law that made repeated violations of protest regulations a criminal offense, a law that came to be known as Dadin's Law. He was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for his peaceful demonstrations, and his time behind bars was marked by torture and brutal treatment. Despite the physical and psychological abuse, Dadin remained unbroken, continuing his fight for justice after his release in 2017. When Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Dadin felt compelled to act. Although he had long considered himself a pacifist, the violence, mass killings, and other atrocities of the war led him to take up arms against his own country. He joined the Freedom of Russia Legion, comprised mostly of Russians who believed that helping Ukraine resist Putin's aggression was a necessary first step toward ending his authoritarian rule. Dadin's decision to fight was deeply personal. He felt responsible for Russia's actions and saw his involvement as a way to right the wrongs he believed he had failed to prevent. His guilt over not doing enough to stop Putin weighed heavily on him. "I tried to stop Russia. Did I succeed? No," he lamented in one of his final conversations. He was determined not to stand by as Ukrainians suffered at the hands of what he called Russian criminals. His time in the battalion, however, was fraught with frustration. Some missions, he believed, were militarily pointless. In one harrowing experience, he spent 8 hours pinned down by Russian fire in a bomb crater, while a fellow soldier died next to him. Despite the dangers and exhaustion, he refused to leave the fight, driven by his conscience. Though Dadin's life ended on the battlefield, his legacy as a principled, courageous individual remains. He sacrificed his life for a cause he believed was just fighting not just for Ukraine but for a better future for Russia. Those who knew him describe him as brave, principled, and unflinching in his quest for justice. His passing is a stark reminder of the deep divisions and the human cost of this ongoing war. Stay subscribed for more videos.